Hello and welcome back to Scriptcase by Jamie. In today's video, we are going to be looking at some of the, or one, should I say, because we're going to be creating a few of these videos where we are going to have a look at each of the available templates within Scriptcase, how they can help us, what we can learn from them, and whether, they really are any good for us to use. So let's do that, and let's dive in, and let's start then maybe with the Scriptcase Helpdesk. Now, if you are a Scriptcase user, for sure you have already created this one. And if you haven't, why not? It's there, it's free. Go ahead and create it. Okay, so I'm just going to run through and I will create the database using SQLite so that it's just straightforward, nothing special, just the SQLite database using the default setup as it would be within Scriptcase. And of course, if we would want to use this for our own project, then you would want to choose your database. Okay, so that is very important. Don't be going creating the alternative. Not unless maybe you want to use this also as a mobile platform, because you could create a SQLite database, store everything locally, switch around, move your data to an online database when there is a connection. But that is, of course, a completely different topic. So our project is ready, and I do apologize for the birds. They are very active today, but that's the way it goes. So I'm going to continue. Now I can hear somebody screaming out there, why don't you close the window? I would if I could. Thing is, we don't actually have a window here in the office. It's one of those big sliding doors, and for some reason when it gets really hot it gets very difficult to close all the way. In fact, I cannot close it all the way, and I need to have somebody look at it. But those are the things in life. But anyway, we want to continue with this template, not hear about all the little problems I have here. So let's dive in and generate our source code so that we can have a look at what each of these applications looks like, what this platform entails, what it's all about. And again, what we can actually see, learn from, and possibly use within our own projects, platforms, whatever you like. So this is already quite an old template, so there has been no video on this for a very long time. In fact, I have never done one on this, so I don't know if there is one. For sure there is, a long time ago. And as we can see, it's ready now, so I can just go here and click the run button. And there we have then our online help desk system. And this platform provides us straight away American, Brazilian, and I believe that is Spanish. Correct me if I'm wrong. Probably not, but I think it's Spanish. Okay, so online help desk system. And we have here our non-subscribers, our customers, our staff, and track tickets. So this is just a very basic interface to start off with. And of course, you can change this within Scriptcase quite easily. So what I will do is I will open each one of these in a separate tab. Let me do that. And then we can have a look at each one of these, starting here with the track ticket. So here we have then straight away the option here with some information, and we can add this then into our application or remove this, of course, if we decide to use this. And we can then use these details here within this application. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's add there this email address and this tracking number, and click OK. And there we can then see all of the ticket information for that ticket number that I had just added. And it is a pretty complete system. You can see that here. You have complete messages back and forth there. You can add attachments, and then really it's just down to you to make various adjustments to that so that it maybe works slightly differently. Okay, so then next up we have here the staff login. So the staff members receive a login page, and this is then the page that the staff would then access. And we have here again some information here. We have an operator login as well as an administrator login. So let's log in here with the operator, and let's have a look at that. and we have the password. Now don't forget that we have here also the various languages available to us, and if I just come here to OK, we have then our operator view. So we have here all of our tickets, and we can assign tickets from here. We can see a message history as well as any images that have been added, attachments and notes. Also, you have here the tickets unassigned, the edit profile. You can view reports for reporters here also, it seems, as well as the option to exit. So let's have a look here. The administrator, of course, the admin should have a lot more to see here. So if I log in there, the admin then has a complete dashboard, which is quite nice. You can see here all the tickets, the names and everything, the count of all the tickets and replies. We have here various options for the staff members, for all the ticket information, the administrator settings for the canned messages, languages, ticket priority and more, as well as then the knowledge base. So we didn't see that there. That was actually one of these other tabs. And there is then the knowledge base that you can also access without logging in, but this is then also available to the staff. So this is the default Scriptcase knowledge base, and you may wonder why I didn't build my knowledge base in this. Well, because I'll probably have to spend a few weeks cleaning it up and making some improvements to it so that it looks really cool and functions a bit better. But in general, it is a fully functional platform. Okay, you can actually use this, and I was just trying to save time, which I'm actually quite happy about. So don't hang me, please. But that's the way it goes. Okay, so if I log out here, in fact, we had some reports there also, but we could check the reports another time. And there we have then also the customer login. Okay, so let's have a look at this. We can then log in as a customer and then view then customer information. So I'm sorry about my password manager always popping up, but that is where it goes. And there I can log in. And here I can see then the ticket solved, closed, returning customers, replied staffs, as well as the categories and so forth. I can see here my own tickets. I can create a new ticket. I can also edit my profile, change my password, and of course exit the platform. Now, you may look at this and you may think, well, I can't really do much with this, but believe me, you can. And here is also the knowledge base of the platform. So this we saw just now from the staff member entrance, and of course, and that is here the non-subscriber section. So clicking on that then opens up here the knowledge base. So basically non-subscribers or anybody can log in here and check out what is happening on the knowledge base. You can also view recent articles and search for articles here. So as you see, it is a complete knowledge base pretty much. We also have a complete customer login area where customers can view their own tickets. You also have a complete staff section, so operators as well as administrators can manage those support tickets and so forth. Now in Scriptcase, we can of course grab this project or this template that we have exported, and we can learn a lot from this, or we could reuse it even. For instance, here we have the knowledge folder, and this contains then all of the knowledge base applications, and I can basically choose all of these and copy these to another project just by simply choosing it and then selecting the project version for which I want to replicate these applications to. So that is a really cool feature within Scriptcase. So anything that you purchase in the store, for instance, at ScriptcaseByJamie, you can reuse that. Anything you create in Scriptcase, you can reuse that. You are able to import, export, reapply, rename, and retag if you like, and then reuse that resource as many times as you like. Now, other than the knowledge base, we could actually check out here, for instance, the control article rating application. And let's see here, we have some fields for votes and thanks. We have here some events in here, the onload. We are changing here the buttons. So if there's no votes at all, we change the fields that are displayed. We also add here the thanks, which is then a language variable. And on validate here, We have here also a setup depending if the article has any content. We basically redirect the user, and of course we can make changes to any of this code, add our own code into these applications and reuse these. Okay, so we have here also the staff section. We have here all of the applications. We have the custom login page. We have there also a folder with all of the reports that are available, and as you can see, there are many reports available for this platform. We also then have the anonymous section where we can then track our tickets, the menu for non-subscribers and so on. So opening each of these and checking them out, we can actually go ahead and run here the menu for non-subscribers, for instance, and there we have our non-subscriber menu, and you can see then what is pretty much available to you here. You have the menu with the header, you have another menu here, so we have a tree menu, a main menu, and then we have here our grid application available displaying us our articles here. And again, we can make all the changes that we want to this. So right now we can see it has this horrible curve here. It doesn't really fit in there. You can make it 100% and make it fit in there nicely. You can have it smaller than that if you wanted to. Whatever you like. The world is your oyster when it comes to Scriptcase and what you really want to develop. Okay, so we have there also the customer section as well as the admin section. So in each of these, you can check those out, you can run them and see what they look like. Now, if you run them by default, you may receive an error message because of the security. You may not. Do be sure you check that and enable security if it is disabled for these applications you have imported or that you do import into your Scriptcase project, because you don't want to import these applications and then not have security enabled if that is something that you want to have. Okay, so do be sure to double check those settings when you do import the applications. And do note, when you import, you tend to take the database along with it, and that is something that doesn't happen. You will need to replicate those tables that you want to reuse into your own project. So do be aware of that, and then just go ahead and import those projects yourself with MySQL. And if you don't know how to do that, you can check out my free MySQL knowledge base, which you can find here. You have some information here which will help you with that so that you know how to work around MySQL. There is more content coming to this. Pretty much have everything there that you need to work with Scriptcase for the time being, I would imagine, and start off nicely with a project. And if you're worried about the PHP in Scriptcase, don't worry, you have also a free PHP knowledge base that I have also created there, and you can access both of those for free from my website. Do be sure to check those out. And of course, comment, like anything. If anything helps, comment and like on it. I'm good with that. Please do let me know what your thoughts are. And of course, if you find anything that is incorrect, again, let me know. I'll be happy to make those adjustments. Okay, so we are back to our template here, and we've pretty much seen all of the elements in this, and generally you would maybe want to learn how some of these applications are linked together, how they control, for instance, how some of the control applications work, because we always have custom code within a control application. So do always be sure to check the events, and if the events are using macros, you will find them down here within the PHP methods section, where then there you maybe just have what seems to be a macro there or some kind of function, and that will then in fact be calling a method, which you will find then down here within the programming section, and there is where you will then want to check that. And if they're not available in here, you will find them available in the internal libraries, because if I check here the internal libraries for this template, we have here 5 custom internal libraries. So from here, I have here, for instance, a custom strength string or function, should I say, which then checks the password strength. We have here also the tickets knowledge base script here, and this has many functions for managing the tickets as well as the knowledge base, and then here for tickets email, tickets security, as well as tickets general. Now, opening each one of these, you will find specific functions which handle various objects or elements within your applications, within these applications, because they are available here within this help system template for free within Scriptcase. Okay, so do be sure to check that out. And if you are learning about Scriptcase and don't know very much, then that is for sure the first place you want to start. Before you go ahead and create your own projects and so forth, start a new project, yes, but import some of these applications, reuse them, check out their code, learn from them, and of course, you should be generating these templates and reusing some of them within your own projects if and where you can. It will save you time. And of course, if you do not like any of these template projects or project templates that you have here, then, well, you can make your own. And you can always import them, copy them again, rename them, and replicate those applications or entire projects and recreate content over and over and over again as many times as you need. Now, that isn't the only great thing about Scriptcase. To learn more, be sure to continue watching this channel, Scriptcase by Jamie. I have much in store for you, many more updates and a great deal of more content. And yes, I will be coming back with more videos specifically on these templates. We're going to have a look at each one of them and see what specific aspects of them are quite nice to learn from. I've mentioned a few in there. Now, the idea, of course, really is for you to go ahead and generate those yourself, have a look at those. I know it takes time, I'm sorry, but that is life. Everything takes time. This channel has taken time. The store and knowledge base has taken time. But it's great time. Great invested time for you guys. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. And of course, until the next video.